Hello and welcome everyone. Back Master Flexibility by trying to learn the key data of Vasco da Gama Tower in Lisbon in Portugal. The exercises are just for me, so if you follow along, do it at your own pace, and overall, it's at your own risk. So, we have the name, the location, the height, the construction, and what it's used for, something for the architectural form, and what it's named after, and what height it has compared to other buildings in Portugal. First, the name, Vasco da Gama Tower, the Vasco da Gama Tower in Lisbon in Portugal. So the name is Vasco da Gama Tower, or in Portuguese, Torre Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama. And the first exercise, the feet are more than shoulder width apart. The feet are pointing a bit outwards. You breathe in, and then even more in, go down and up and now out. And in and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in and out. And in and out. And the last time, in and in. Close and out. Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama. Now the next thing. The location is in Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon is beside of Spain, so there's Spain and then there's Portugal, is Europe. Lisbon inside of Portugal and Spain are part of Europe. So here's how Europe, there's Spain and there's Lisbon. There's Europe, there's Spain and there's Portugal and Lisbon. So it's in Lisbon, Portugal, and at the bank of the river Tagus. So this building with the Tower Vasco da Gama stands at the river Tagus in Lisbon in Portugal. And the next exercise, breathe in, arms up, and out to the side. And breathe deep in and open the rib cage. And out. And again in. And out back up. And in and to the other side. And out and out to the other side. And in and open the rib cage. And out. And again in. And back. The Tower Vasco da Gama, or Torre Vasco da Gama, is in Lisbon, Portugal, at the bank of the river Tagus. And it is 145 meters high. The building is 145 meters high. Now, the feet more than shoulder width apart. Breathe in. And go down with a hand to one leg. And the other shoulder stays down. And breathe out. Now breathe in. Take the arm and go over. All gently. Now breathe in and open the rib cage again. And out. And again in. And back. And out to the other side. Breathe in. And out. Shoulder stays down. Breathe in, the arm and to the side. And breathe in and open the rib cage. And out. And again in. And back. The Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama, is in Lisbon, Portugal, at River Tagus, and is 145 meters high. And it was constructed in 1998 for the Expo 98. The Expo happens every 5 years, and there are exhibitions of industry, new invented things which nations have invented. For example, from April to October there is the Expo 25 from 2025 in Osaka in Japan. So from April to October 2025 is the Expo in Osaka, Japan. But this building, the Tower Vasco da Gama, was built for the Expo 98 in Lisbon, Portugal. The next exercise, feet together, breathe in, arms up, and out, and the hand down. And now breathe in and reach to both sides. And then come out. And to the other side. Breathe in and out to the other side. Breathe in and reach. And out. The next exercise, feet moment shoulder width apart. Breathe in. And we're going to. Outward force only as far as it goes good. And then breathe deep in and expand the whole ribcage. And breathe in. And to a side, to one leg. And again out. And a deep breath in and out. And breathe deep in. And change to the other leg. Breathe out. Breathe again in. And out. And in. And back into the middle. And out. And a last deep breath in. And out, come up with a round back and shoulder roll backwards at the top. The Tower Vasco da Gama, or Torre Vasco da Gama, in Lisbon, Portugal, at the bank of the river Tagus, is 149 meters high and was built for the Expo 98. And is used as a hotel. Now feet together and the same, just feet together. Breathe deep in and dive down. And keep breathing in deep and slow. And expand all the time the ribcage and stretch the muscles of the back from the inside. Last time in and out with a round back and a backward shoulder roll at the top. The next thing is about the form. It should look like a caravel, which is a type of sailboat, and it's same. And how it's positioned at the river Tagus is that it should look as if the base of the building looks like the bow of a ship. So the building with its base is so built into the Tagus river that the building should look like a ship, a caravel, entering the waves. So the whole building has a base, and this base is inside the river Tagus, and it looks from the side a bit with the form of the building as if a ship, a caravel, with a sail and a bow enters the waves. Next exercise is the garland pose. Breathe in, arms up, feet pointing in the direction, and they're around 2 hands wide apart. Breathe in and go down in a straight line. Hands with the elbows inside the knees and press to the outside. And try to be as straight and tall with the back as you can. Breathe in and out. And again in. And out. In. And out. And again in. And out. and try to be tall and straight on the back. And now, if you are able to do it without injuring yourself, you breathe in and come up in a straight line. And we have a bit more. And what is named after the Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama, it is named after Vasco da Gama, who was the first one discovering or using the road around south of Africa to Asia, from Europe to India, to Asia, in 1498, so around 500 years ago. In 1498, Vasco da Gama sailed with a crew around south of Africa. So from here, from Europe, around south of Africa to India, south of Africa. In 1498, Vasco da Gama with his crew did it, and that's why it's called the Torre Vasco da Gama. And it's the largest building of Portugal. Now the next exercise. The first feet stands stable. Do this only if you can do it without injuring yourself. The other foot comes over it with the heel over the knee. Stand tall, breathe in and go down. The Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama, is the largest building of Portugal, and the second largest is the Monsanto Tower, which is 120 meters high. The Monsanto Tower 120 meters and the Vasco da Gama Tower 145. Monsanto is Spanish for sacred mountain. And breathe in and up. Now the same with the other foot. Stand stable, only if you can without injuring yourself. The heel over the knee. Breathe in and down. The Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama, is in Lisbon, Portugal, and it's 145 meters high and was built in 1998 for the Expo 98. It is used as a hotel, and it is named after Vasco da Gama, who in 1498 established the sea road around south of Africa to India, from Europe to India, and it is the tallest building in Portugal after the Monsanto Tower. And let's do an exercise from the beginning. Breathe in, and out we go to the side. And again in, and expand our ribcage. And out. And again in. And out. And again in. And out to the side. And breathe in and open ribcage. And out. And again in. And out back up. And now finishing exercise, the very first one, the feet apart, breathe in, and more breathe in, and out. And in, and out. And in, and out. And the last time in, and out, and in. Close the feet. And these are the exercises. And the Vasco da Gama Tower, or Torre Vasco da Gama, in Lisbon, Portugal, is 145 meters high. It was built for the Expo 98 in 1998. It is used as a hotel. It is named after Vasco da Gama, who with his crew firstly sailed from Europe around south of Africa to India, and it is the tallest building in Portugal before the Monsanto Tower. This is the end. I thank you very much for your participation, and until next time.